We are 4 months into K-pop and a lot has happened, starting with Lucas's return to K-pop. So on April 1st, Lucas made his return as a solo artist with his single album, Renegade. Now, the solo album comes after Lucas had been on hiatus for 3 years because of a scandal that blew up involving his personal lives. So, 2 years into the hiatus, SM Entertainment announced that he would no longer be a part of Wavy and he would no longer be a part of NCT. And they decided this because they thought that's what was best for the members and the fans, mostly because his image was really ruined at this point and NCT had to keep going. Now, his comeback as a solo artist is not entirely being received badly, but it's not being received greatly. I think the public is still kind of torn between, are we accepting him back as if nothing happened, or are we actually just going to boycott everything? Because Lucas's sales right now are not as great as they could be, especially considering he's in SM Entertainment and he is a pretty big name. So I guess we'll have to keep following that. Now, he did have a 2-part documentary on YouTube where he basically addresses the controversy and he apologizes for it. Obviously, he had previously written an apology. I don't actually think he thought he would be on hiatus for as long as he was. I mostly don't think he thought he would be kicked out or have to leave NCT and Wavy. And he did. But he does address it. He does apologize for it. And I guess this was kind of supposed to help reassure fans. And honestly, I hope people do forgive him. Mostly because I watched the documentary and it's so sad. But he really does seem sincere in his apology. He seems sincere in his remorse. Considering NCT went on, Wavy went on, and everybody got to do solos, everybody got to do new things. They got to, obviously, NCTU, they got to change it up, got to do sub units and things like that. And also everything with the fashion weeks and being ambassadors of really big luxury brands. And Lucas never got to be a part of that. And this is considering Lucas is a very big part of NCT, and NCT just went on as if he was never really a part of it, which is really sad. And I think when you're on hiatus because of a mistake that you made or something that you did that you regret, and everybody just gets to keep living their lives, you really do realize how stupid the mistake you made was. And I think it did make him very remorseful that he did something like that. So I really do believe that he should be forgiven. I honestly think if you don't forgive him, that's okay, because, everyone has their own opinion and you're allowed to give your own opinion. But me personally, I think he should be forgiven. I'm honestly looking forward to seeing how SM Entertainment handles his career going forward. And I'm looking forward to seeing what he does on his own. I think it could be exciting. Speaking of former NCT members, we have to introduce the new NCT members, NCT Wish. The NCT rookies debuted on the 28th of February with their single album, Wish. Last year, SM Entertainment had announced that NCT's Infinite expansion would come to an end after the last edition, which would have been NCT Tokyo. Now, it seems NCT Wish is kind of the NCT Tokyo that was spoken of because most of the members are Japanese. I think there's 2 or 3 members in the group that are Korean. But the group seemed to be doing really well. On March 12th, the group saw their first music show win on the show. And on March 13th, they saw their second win on Show Champion. And honestly, we look forward to seeing what else they have in store. Member Haechan did, however, address the whole thing with NCT Wish, because I feel like NCT Wish came in when fans least expected them. I don't think we were really aware or expecting them to debut a new NCT group so soon or so late. I don't even know. But Haechan did say that he's celebrating his 8th year with NCT and a new group has been added. Now, obviously, he didn't say this in a hateful way or anything like that. He just says they feel very unfamiliar it feels like a separate group from NCT, but he does go on to mention that NCT started as different groups that were put together and that even the fandoms were kind of different. They weren't all just one fandom just yet, and it took time. And he does say that if you're excited for them, that's really great. And he does hope that people support them and enjoy what they put out. And honestly, we are looking forward to seeing what NCT Wish do. Now, staying on the NCT theme, leader Taeyong unfortunately has announced that he will be going to the military. So on the 18th of March, SM Entertainment announced that Taeyong would be serving as an active duty soldier on the Navy. Taeyong's enlistment will be on April 15th. They further requested that fans would be understanding and give them privacy. They did this for safety. We wish Taeyong all the best. We hope he leaves and returns safely and in good health. Shinee's Onew and Taemin have officially signed with other agencies. The two stars have chosen not to renew their contract with SM Entertainment. Now they will still remain a part of Shinee, but their individual schedules will be handled by their respective companies. Onew has signed with a newly formed company called Griffin Entertainment, making him the first artist under the company. They posted on their social media photos of him in a new photo shoot. It's a really nice concept. Very beautiful. He looks really handsome. While Taemin has signed with Big Planet Made Entertainment. Initially, when rumors came out that Taemin would be signing with Big Planet Made, they quickly came out with a statement stating, "We're currently in the middle of checking the facts internally." Now, this came after netizens were unhappy with the fact that Taemin would be moving to Big Planet Made. And this kind of came from a whole other situation that happened when EXO CBX was having contract disputes with SM Entertainment, and people suspected that Big Planet Made was trying to recruit EXO CBX from SM Entertainment. CBX did later on sign with Baekhyun's independent label, INB 100, and INB 100 will handle all of their individual activities. They will still be a part of EXO. Despite all the disapproval, it was still announced on April 1st that Taemin had signed an exclusive contract with Big Planet Made Entertainment. Big Planet Made Entertainment posted a welcome tweet and shared new pictures of Taemin as well as a new logo. In a statement they released, they state that they will fully support Taemin, and they also ask for the fans' love and support for Taemin's new beginning. On the 25th of March, HYBE's B-Lift Lab debuted a new girl group called ILLIT. The group seemed to hit the ground running as they broke records for first week sales of any girl group debut album on Hanteo chart. The record was previously held by New Jeans. Not only that, their debut song Magnetic made it onto the UK official singles top 100 chart, the first for a debut K-pop group. Unfortunately, the girl group's debut was not all smooth sailing, as it was met with some backlash and accusations from netizens. Netizens state that the group was copying New Jeans in terms of their concept, their styling, and even musically. Not only that, but when the girls won their first music show trophy on the show, netizens weren't happy with the girls' encore stage, calling into question the girls' vocal ability. So I've seen a lot of people defending the girls, saying that it could have been because they were nervous, could have been because they were excited because of their first win, maybe they were emotional. And honestly, I have to agree with these people because ILLIT is a rookie group. They just debuted and there was a lot surrounding their pre-debut with them being able to go to the fashion show in Paris for Acne Studios, and this was considering they hadn't debuted yet, and netizens were also kind of up in arms about it because it's weird for a pre-debut group to be invited to such events, but obviously HYBE has that ability, they have those connections. So it was a little weird, and then for them to debut and actually make the waves that they had made, but then when we watched their encore stage, for it to be as bad as it was, unfortunately it was really bad for me personally. But I think people need to also be a little lenient. A lot of the times before a debut, a lot of groups are overworked because the company wants to make sure that everything goes really well with the debut. So it could have possibly been that they were exhausted and they were emotional because it was their first win. That is a really big thing. People forget that before you debut and before the first encore stage or before your first music show at all, there's a lot that you have to go through in the trainee system, where you have to basically battle it out with other people to make it on the final roster to be in a group that will debut. So I think this one time the girls should be afforded a little bit of leniency. I think the timing of their encore stage was really bad because Le Sserafim had also had the same problem with their vocals not really being great in their encore stage. And this was also really bad because Le Sserafim will be performing at Coachella, and Le Sserafim is supposed to be a big girl group in K-pop. They're under hype. They've done really well for themselves. And for them to come out with the vocals that they came out with on their encore stage was it wasn't good. And I think the timing of ILLIT's encore stage is kind of just really bad because everyone's kind of looking at it like hype really doesn't care about vocals. They care about visually how the girls look. Which, by the way, the girls are visually very stunning girls, very beautiful. But we have to call into question hype's lack of care when it comes to the vocal abilities of their artists. I do still think that ILLIT should be afforded a little bit of leniency just because they are a new group. But should it carry on? I don't think that should be the case. I think people should start calling out hype for debuting girls that are possibly not ready to debut because the girls are still very young. But for the most part, I look forward to seeing what ILLIT does, and I can't wait to see how far they go. Now we move on to some light-hearted news. Blackpink's Lisa and 17's Mingyu were seen having a great time at the Bvlgari event in Seoul that was held on March 15. Now the two seem to steal the show wearing black and decked up in Bvlgari jewelry. They looked stunning as always. The two seemed to be having a really great time, teasing and joking with each other like friends. They honestly had some K-pop fans wishing this was a regular thing, which I agree. I wish this was a normal thing that we could see K-pop idols just being friends. This was such a rare moment because usually K-pop idols try to avoid such situations so as to not cause a scandal, which is understandable considering how K-pop is right now. But I really hope things change because the way that Lisa and Mingyu were together, they really seem to be having a good time. And K-pop idols are people as well. They deserve to enjoy events and enjoy other people's company. In other news, it seems Lisa could be leaving Celine for Louis Vuitton. This comes after the Blackpink star stunned at the Louis Vuitton fashion show in Paris. As of now, these are just rumors and speculations, but we will keep following the story and see what happens. Now, obviously, we can't speak about the Louis Vuitton fashion show in Paris without mentioning that Felix walked the runway for Louis Vuitton and he looked stunning as always. Now, of course, Felix is an ambassador for Louis Vuitton, so him being a part of the show was really cool. Lastly, but certainly not least, Seonghwa of ATEEZ took over the group's Twitter account and changed the profile picture to a picture of himself for April Fools. This resulted in the group losing their verification. This also led to a really cute interaction with one of their juniors from Shikers. So Shikers Jimin had posted a picture of himself and captioned it, "Junmin is ranked first in Shikers. How do you look so charismatic?" To which Seonghwa responded saying, "It's so cute." Junmin responded with a picture of himself holding a picture of Seonghwa and captioned it, "He's the idol world's vision. Park Seonghwa Sonbae. Happy birthday in advance." So cute. So that's all from me. I am a relatively new K-pop account, I guess. Please subscribe for more content. Until our next dance with K-pop, I guess. Goodbye.